हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, प्रणाम प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्णा रघु प्रणाम माता जी। हरे कृष्णा एवरीवन, दंडवत प्रणाम। हरे कृष्णा
प्रभु, हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, दंडवत
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा। I invite and welcome you all to the early morning short Bhagavatam class from Radha Govinda Temple, Kolai, Bengaluru, for and on behalf of His Divine Grace, Sri Namanishta Das Prabhuji. Let us begin with our prayers. Om Agnantimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami Niti Namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitai Krupa Pradayine Gaura Pratha Dama Daya Nagar Gramatarine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasya Tadeshatarine Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadanti Swapradantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapatakabalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavasya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Sagra Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalitam Shri Vishakanutasya हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिये वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Can I request you to follow me? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Janmadasya yatho anvayad itirat Chartheshu api swara Tene brahmaradaya adi kavaye Puyanti yat suraya Tejo vari mrudam yatha vinimayo Yatra trisargo brusha Amna svena sada nirasta kuhakam सत्यं परं धीमहि
धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि
धर्मः प्रोजितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सताम्
धर्मः प्रोदितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सताम्
वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवतं तापत्रयोन्मूलनम्
वेद्यं
वेद्यं
वास्तवमत्र
वास्तवमत्र
शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनम्
श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः
श्रीमद्भागवते
श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः
सद्योरुद्यवरुद्य तत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिः तत्क्षणात्
सद्योवृति
अवरुध्यते
अवरुध्यते
प्रकृतिभिः
अत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिः
शुश्रूषुभिस्तत्क्षणात्
तत्क्षणात्
निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखात् अमृतद्रवसंयुक्तम्
निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं
तरोर्गलितफलं
फलं
शुकमुखात्
शुकमुखात्
अमृतद्रवसंयुतम्
अमृतद्रवसंयुतम्
श्रीमद् भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिकः भुवि भावुकाः
पिबत
भागवतं
भागवतं
रसमालयं
रसमालयं मुहुरहो
मुहुरहो रसिका
भुवि
भुवि
भावुकाः
भावुकाः
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम्
नारायणं
नारायणं
नमस्कृत्य
नमस्कृत्य
नरं
नरं
चैव
चैव
नरोत्तमम्
नरोत्तमम्
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये
देवीं
देवीं
सरस्वतीं
सरस्वतीं
व्यासं
व्यासं
ततो
जयमुदीरये
जयमुदीरये
पूर्णतां स्वकतः कृष्णः पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः
शृण्वता
शृण्वतां
स्वकथा
स्वकथा
कृष्ण
कृष्णः
पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः
पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः
हृदयन्तस्तोयभद्राणि विदुनोति सुरस्तथा
उदयन्तस्थो
हृदयन्तस्तु
भद्राणि
हृदयन्तस्तुह्यवद्राणि
विधुनोति
विधुनोति
सुरतताम्
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नष्टप्रायेषु
भद्रेषु
भद्रेषु
नित्यं
नित्यं भागवतसेवया
भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी
भगवती
भगवती
उत्तमश्लोके
उत्तमश्लोके
भक्तिर्भवति
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी
नैष्टिकी
All right, so today we're going to look at the fourth canto, 30th chapter, verse number 23. Who would like to recite it first?
May I, Prabhu?
Go ahead, Sureka Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु, दंडवत प्रणाम। शुद्धाय शांताय नमः स्वनिष्ठया मनस्य पार्थं विलसद्वयाय नमो जगत्स्थान लयोदयेषु गृहीत माया गुण विग्रहाय। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण। चित्रा मोहिनी देवीदासी जी।
हरे कृष्ण। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय शुद्धाय शांताय नमः स्वनिष्ठाय मनस्या पार्थं विलसद्वयाय नमो जगत्स्थानलयो उदयेषु गृहीतामाय गुण विग्रहाय। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
मधुमयी माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय शुद्धाय शांताय नमः स्वनिष्ठाय मनस्य पार्थं विलसद्वयाय नमो जगत्स्थानलयोदयेषु गृहीतमाया गुण विग्रहाय। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
श्रीनिवास राव प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय शुद्धाय शांताय नमः स्वनिष्ठाय मनस्य पार्थं विलसद्वयाय नमो जगत्स्थानलयोदयेषु गृहीत माया गुण विग्रहाय। हरे कृष्ण।
लीना कापसे माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। शुद्धाय शांताय नमः स्वनिष्ठया मनस्य पार्थ विलसद्वयाय नमो जगत्प्राणलयोदयेषु गृहीतमाया गुणविग्रहाय। हरे
विजया कुमारी माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। शुद्धाय शांताय नमः स्वागनिष्ठाय मनसि अबार्तं विलसद्वयाय नमो जगत्स्थान वायोदयेषि गृहीतमाय गुण विग्रहाय। थैंक यू प्रभु।
सूर्य प्रकाश राव प्रभु जी। You are muted प्रभु जी।
शांताय नमः स्वनिष्ठाय मनस्य पार्थं विलसद्वयाय नमो जगत्स्थानलयोदयेषु गृहीतमाया गुणविग्रहाय। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
हरे कृष्ण। सुब्बाराव प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। दंडवत प्रणाम।
दंडवत प्रणाम प्रभु जी।
शुद्धाय शांताय नमः स्वनिष्ठाय शुद्धाय शांताय नमः स्वनिष्ठाय मनस्य पार्थं विलसद्वयाय नमो जगत्स्थानलयोदयेषु गृहीतमाया गुण विग्रहाय। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
प्रफुल्ला माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। शुद्धाय शांताय नमो स्वनष्टाय मनस्य पार्थ विलसद्वयाय नमो जगत्स्थानलयोदयेषु गृहीतमाया गुण विग्रहाय। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु। थैंक यू प्रभु।
अंजलि माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण। शुद्धाय
हरे कृष्ण।
शांताय नमः स्वनिष्ठया मनस्य पार्थ विलसद्वयाय नमो जगत्स्थानलयोदयेषु गृहीतमाया गुणविग्रहाय। हरे कृष्ण।
मधु सोनी माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय शुद्धाय शांताय नमः स्वनिष्ठया मनस्य पार्थं विलसद्वयाय नमो जगत्स्थानलयोदयेषु गृहत्माया गुण विग्रहाय। थैंक यू प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण। उमा कुलकर्णी माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे
शुद्धाय शांताय नमः स्वनिष्ठाय मनसि अपार्थं विलसद्वयाय नमो जगत्स्थानलयोदयेषु गृहीतमाया गुणविग्रहस्य।
anyone else left out?
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
Go ahead, Mataji.
नमः स्वनिष्ठाय मनस्यापार्थ विलसुद्धयाय नमो जगस्तान लय दयेषु गृहेत् मया गुण विग्रहाय. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mataji. Go ahead, Mataji.
शुद्धाय शान्ताय नमः स्वनिष्ठया मनस्य पार्थं विलसद्वयाय नमो जगत्स्थानलयोदयेषु गृहीतमाया गुणविग्रहाय. हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी.
Thank you, Mataji. Subbarao Prabhuji, would you like to read the synonyms for us?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Go ahead, Prabhuji.
Unto unadulterated. Shantaya. Unto Namaha. We offer our obeisances. Swanisthaya. By being situated in one's position. Manas. Apardham. Meaning. Vilasat. Appearing. Dvayaya. Dual world. Namaha. Obeisances. Jagat. Of the cosmic manifestation. Sthan. Laya. Annihilation. Udayeshu. And Grihita. Accepted. Maya. Material. Guna. Of the modes of Vigrahaya. The forms. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, Subbarao Prabhuji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Dear Lord, we beg to offer our obeisances unto you. When the mind is fixed upon you, the world of duality, although a place for material enjoyment, appears meaningless. Your transcendental form is full of transcendental bliss. We therefore offer our respect unto you. Your appearances as Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, and Lord Shiva are meant for the purpose of creating, maintaining, and annihilating this cosmic manifestation. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. A pure devotee whose mind is always engaged in the service of the Lord can certainly appreciate the impermanence of the material world. Although such a devotee may be engaged in executing material activities, this stage is called anasakti. As explained by Srila Rupa Goswami, anasaktyaśya vishayan yatha mam upayunjate. A devotee is always unattached to material activities because in the liberated stage, his mind is always fixed on the lotus feet of the Lord. The material world is called Dvaita, the world of duality. A devotee knows very well that everything within this material world is but a manifestation of the Supreme Lord's energy. To maintain the three modes of material nature, the Supreme Lord takes on different forms as Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, and Lord Shiva. Unaffected by the modes of material nature, the Lord takes on different forms to create, maintain, and annihilate the cosmic manifestation. The conclusion is that although the pure devotee appears to engage in material activities in the service of the Lord, he knows very well that material enjoyment for sense gratification has no use whatsoever. It's a very nice word. This is part of the prayers by Prachetas to the Lord. What is the meaning of the word Ashakti? Ashakti is basically an attachment. One who has a strong interest in any material object or thing gets attached to it, and this attachment is called Asakti. In fact, it is this Asakti which is a cause of repeated births and death. So Asakti is something which prevents soul, a conditioned soul, getting liberated. The Ashakti could be on the wealth, on the family, family members, or it may be bodily identity. I am something, I am this tall, I am this handsome, I am that beautiful, or to other person or things in the material world. The opposite of Ashakti is known as Anashakti. A devotee who is having fixed mind on his devotional service to the Lord, he certainly appreciates that all the material things are not permanent at all. They are temporary. Though he is engaged in the material activities, he is not attached to it. He is actually detached from all the material things. And this is what we call Anashakti. It is very important that in our phase of life, we achieve what is called Anashakti. And until we do, it is not possible to progress further in the spiritual path. So, the meaning of Ashakti and Anasakti to know very well is very important. And that's why Prabhupada is explaining in detail the meaning and the purpose of these words. Anashakti has to be developed, detachment has to be created in all material things that we come into contact. This is very important again because the material things that are at our disposal, all those things which are at our disposal are to be used for the purpose of Krishna's gratification. If we do that, then we have gradually developed Anashakti and what is known as Yukta Vairagya. You don't need to renounce anything and go away out of this material world into jungle. You remain in the world, remain attached to your material activities as per your Varnashram Dharma, but remain detached with it. The simple example is Janak Raja, who was living in a very big palace, having a huge kingdom, and was the king of that big palace and that big kingdom. But when he was instructed to renounce, he got out of the palace and walked on the path of a jungle, and he would not looked at once at the man. So he was completely detached from a palace he was living in, from a bed that he was sleeping in, and the food that he was eating in the palace. This detachment is very important, and that's why developing Anashakti and Yukta Vairagya are very important things in our spiritual path. The other word used is duality and Advaita. Dvait or duality is actually the hallmark of the material world. You always have to be or not to be, to do or not to do. You have a yes, then you also have a no. You have good things, then you have bad things. You have light, then you have darkness. There are always things existing as two sides of the coin. You have Daiva or Deva, you have the Danava, you have Sura, then you have Asuras, you have goodness, then you have the ignorance or Tamas. This is the duality, and living in this duality is very difficult because once you are in this duality, each and every moment is spent into making a decision of yes or no. And the mind has no time, or the jiva has no fraction of a second available for him to think about the Lord or think about something spiritual. These material manifestation actually is the external energy of the Lord, and it has three modes of material nature by which it operates. And to control the three modes of nature and the material manifestation as a whole, Lord expands into three forms. They call Lord Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva or Mahesh. We know commonly Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh are the three lords, and this Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh or Shiva actually are the creator, the maintainer, and the annihilator, respectively. This is how Lord is maintaining this world and controlling the three modes of material nature. As you know very well, all the Lord is transcendental to the material world, and so he can control the material world. He can affect the material world and the three modes of material nature, but these three modes of material nature has no effect or control over the Lord. So what is pure devotee? Pure devotee is always engaged in the material activities. And all the material activities that he does is always for the service of the Lord. He also knows very well that material enjoyment and sense gratification has no place whatsoever in the spiritual life. So very simple verse, but very nicely elaborated by Prabhupada and explained so well. It tells us what are the things that we need to develop. We need to get the duality or Dvait out of our mind. and we have a very nice middle path, what we call Achintya Bheda, Abheda Tattva, and also develop Anashakti towards the material world. This is the only way that we can progress further. So as soon as we begin sadhana bhakti, we start with our japa, and while we are under the four regulative principles and having japa and other things of the sadhana bhakti, we continue in the path of developing anashakti. Though you may remain in the same material world, in the same house, doing the same thing, that your varnashram dharma or whatever profession or vocation you are in, but remain attached to Krishna, do everything for Krishna, and remain detached from the things that you are doing and activities that you are doing along. This is the way to progress further. And once you develop Anashakti, once you develop a kind of Advaita things in your mind and achieve a Brahma Bhuta stage, that's when the spikes of ups and downs, happiness or sorrows would not affect you. And then you walk towards Bhav and Prem. Once you develop that strong Bhav, Prem automatically comes in. You will never realize when you left the regulated sadhana bhakti and it became an automatic process for yourself. So this process does require discipline and does require controlling mind. These two things must be very, very regularly done to achieve the spiritual path. This is the clear message that Prabhupada wants to send or through this purport to us. Any question anyone has? Any revelations anyone has? Any ideas, any additions? Surekha Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes.
Dandavat Pranam. Prabhu, in Nectar of Devotion, we learned that anasaktasya vishayan yatharham upayunjata nirbandha krishna sambandhe yuktam vairagya uchyate. So this is also here it is mentioned that doing our usual things, we can be unattached to this thing. So yukta vairagya, that is just I want to.
Is the whole, the crux of the whole point is a yukta vairagya. All the material things that you have, all the material activities that you do must be done for the satisfaction of Lord Krishna. Then you have already renounced everything. And whatever is used for the Krishna's satisfaction. That's called Yukta Vairagya. Yes, Mataji, that's very right.
And in Bhagavad Gita also, in various places, Krishna has mentioned about the dualities. Like in the second chapter, he has mentioned Sukha Dukkhe Same Krutva, Labha Labhau Jaya Jayo, Tato Yuddhaya Yujjasva Naivam Papam Avapsasi. So if we maintain our Samachitta, Samachittatam, so in whatever conditions, Sukha or Dukh, Labh or Hani, like profit or loss, that way.
That's true. Yes, Mataji. That is what is the avastha is known as Sthita Dhira Muni.
Yeah.
You achieve a Sthita Prajna and the Sthita Dhira Muni. Then all these things do not affect you and you remain at a static level. Similarly, you should also have the quality called Samadrashta. With each and every living entities, you see them as one and only one, part and parcel of Lord Krishna. Once you achieve this Samadrasta, Sthita Prajna, these are the qualities which will lead you to liberation faster. And you will then run on the spiritual path. Thank you very much, Sureka Mataji, for those revelations. Anyone
Hare
else
Krishna.
has any other? Hare Krishna Mataji.
So basically, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, it should be detached attachment to anything.
Yes, that's true. In our Gujarati language, we call it Tyagi ne bhogvi jano. That means you renounce while you are actually attached and you are enjoying it. Sorry, Prabhuji, you were saying something. Go ahead.
No, that's only Prabhuji. The attachment, the detached attachment is the basis. If you understand, this anasakta sevishyan means you have to carry on. At the same time, you should fix your mind on Krishna and keep thinking of Krishna and carry out your vidyukta dharma or the prescribed duties as per varnashrama. Then you
the
are
crux
not
of
affected.
the word is,
You are not affected
is Yukta
by
Vairagya.
Yes,
and you are
Prabhuji.
not affected and you don't have any reactions to collect and start again making your accounts. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
The key point is
Prakash
Yukta
Rao,
Vairagya,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji. All said Yukta
Sorry,
Vairagya.
yes.
Yukta Vairagya is the
That's
key
true.
point here in the sense of this sloka, meaning Prabhupada is conveying us. Once you know that you achieve, you will not be perturbed by any other things. You will not be moved or attracted by anything. Hare Krishna. So that is the Suddha
And
Bhakta
as
stage.
Sureka Mataji recited the whole
Yes,
sloka,
yes,
the
Prabhuji.
part of the sloka is given here as Anasaktya Vishaya.
Rupa Goswami has told Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
That is, So that's the whole crux of the matter in this verse. Thank you, Surya Prakash Rao Prabhuji. Anyone else would like to add something? Well, if there are nothing more, thank you very much for attending the class early in the morning. Hare Krishna to all the devotees, Dandavat Pranam, and have a most wonderful day ahead. Vancha Kalpatarubhishya.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna.
Dandavat
Thank you,
Pranam.
Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Sadhu
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.
Mataji.